you're one of those people thinking about, is it time for me to buy a private jet? Now, this is a subject that we've covered in the past, but right now, because of the crisis in COVID-19, the aviation industry is not doing very well right now. Mainly the airlines. We've got lots of airlines grounded, their whole fleet, or 90% of their fleet. This is happening all over the world. Lots of pilots have been, and engineers, and also flight attendants have been laid off, and ramp agents, and anybody that's working in the airline industry. So the airline industry is being hit big time. The hotel industry, the restaurant industry, it's not a good time. And it's going to take the airlines, someone was saying yesterday, it's going to take about 13 years for the airlines to recover. So it's not a good moment right now for the airlines, and also for the private jet charter companies. They've seen travel go down by about 70%. But there are people that have their own private jets that have been using them to go from one location to the other to try and keep business going, depending on what business you're in. In times of chaos, there are opportunities. And some of the greatest businesses and business ideas in the world were created during times of chaos. You're watching this video, you're probably one of those people that's come up with an idea or has a business that's actually flourishing in this chaotic time. So, is it a good time for you to buy a private jet? Well, if you're going to fly about 200 hours a year, it's something you need to look into. There's also the option of leasing a jet for a year and a half, where the airplane gets delivered to your local airport. It's available for you and you only 24/7, and you just pay the leasing costs and all the operating costs on top of that. So that is an option. You can ping me about that. My email's here below, and we can talk about that. But regarding private jet ownership, that will depend on a number of factors. Taxation is one of them. And taxation changes depending on which country you reside in. So it's always a good idea to have a chat with the tax advisor and see what the situation is in your country regarding private jet ownership. There are some countries which are dead against private jet ownership, and so there aren't many jets in that country. And there are other countries that have a system which encourages private jet ownership. The United States is one of these, for example. So this is something you need to look into, and then of course you then need to figure out which jet. So it is advisable to speak to somebody like myself, and I will do a call with you. The first call is free. You ping me an email and we can set up the call and talk specifics, because this video obviously is general. There are opportunities right now. I mean, I don't know if you have looked at this book here, Future's Faster Than You Think, written by Peter Diamandis and Stephen Kotler. Very interesting book, talking about the business of the future and technology and how technology is accelerating in that. And, you know, I'm of the opinion that private jet travel is going to increase once COVID-19 is over. We saw the same thing happen back after 9/11. Because of the terrorists and that, people decided they needed to fly privately because they knew everybody on the airplane. Well, now because of the virus, people are going to be doing the same. They want to fly privately because it's their airplane, it's been disinfected, they know the pilots, they've been tested, everything's fine, and you also manage the schedule. This is one of the problems now. A lot of charter companies won't fly because some of their pilots refuse to fly, or they're in lockdown at home, whatever it may be, or they've been laid off. There can be a lot of reasons. A lot of the private jet charter companies work a bit like the airlines, but if you have your own private jet, it's a whole different story. You control the environment, you control the airplane and everybody that works around the airplane. So this is where you have an advantage, where you can still be moving around when everybody else is on lockdown. So there's another advantage there of having the private jet, and that's probably why you've been watching this channel. Have a look around at the other videos here. The purpose of the channel is to educate people about private jets, but if you want specific information, I encourage you to contact me. Have a look at this video here, shall I buy a new jet or pre-owned jet, and then also this other one about how to make money with a private jet, and also look at the playlist, and comment below if there's anything you'd like to suggest. Let us know what you thought about this video. Let us know what you're thinking right now, private jet wise. And if you haven't subscribed to Biz Jet TV, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. It's all from Fabrizio Poli on Biz Jet TV, and I'll see you on the next one.